Hi everyone. Now, last night was one of my favourite evenings. It is the sixth form open evening where our year 11s get to come along and decide do they want to join the Barry sixth form. And I don't want to overhype it, but last night was our best yet. It's the first time I've ever been in charge of both schools. So I can confidently tell parents what they're going to see and what it's going to be like. Um, my most favourite thing was last night was amazing. Lovely seeing the staff present. But this morning I went and saw the pupils at the year 11s during break time, and they are incredibly excited about the subjects they want to pick, about what they want to do in their futures. That's how it should be. I had three students tell me they want to go to Cambridge. Nothing makes me happier, right? So what I just want to talk about is a few things that people might worry about with the sixth form, or like might question. So what's amazing about our sixth form is we have got more than 30 subject option choices, which you do not get in a school sixth form. Normally you have to go to college for that. And the reason why we get that is because there was two schools in the sixth form. Now, as a Whitmore parent, you spent 5 years being in what is described by Estin and by me as an excellent school. So you're thinking, well, I'm going to pick, I'm going to pick Whitmore subjects. But then you go to an option even last night, and you suddenly realise, wait a second, there's some brilliant option choices in Pencoitra, and they seem to be taught by really good teachers. How is that possible? Because I've heard all the things I've heard about Pencoitra. So what I need you to know is my job is to make sure the sixth form is incredible. So if there is a subject that's not working in either school, I don't mind which one, I'm not running it. If the teacher's not good enough, if the results haven't been good enough, we are not going to run it because I need to make sure the quality is as good in either school. And I was speaking to my chair of governors actually, whose child is in year 11, and she was incredibly impressed by some of the Pencoitra staff, and because they happen to be amazing. Now, what you don't know as a Whitmore parent, because I haven't, I've been saying on my Pencoitra video, but I've appointed 16 new teachers into Pencoitra, all of whom I've either stolen from my old school, Eastern High, managed to somehow get by them realising how much better the school is, or they were trained at Whitmore as on their PGCs and they've now come across to Pencoitra. That on top of the fact that when there were 15 gaps in the school, there were already absolutely superb teachers across many, many subjects in Pencoitra. For example, if you're going to go to do history in Pencoitra, Miss Phillips is as good as it gets. I'm telling you now. I go in there trying to pretend I've got a reason to go in. I just want to hear about the Nazis that she's talking about. She's brilliant. So my point is, as a parent as Whitmore, you've got to look across all those different subjects and think, what does my child want to do? Because criminology and Pencoitra will be excellent. History, excellent. Chemistry, so all these different ones, all these new subjects you've heard about. We've got esports. And the reason why we've got esports is it's a really good qualification, by the way. And we've just set out the room with these very, very expensive computers. The reason why we've got that is I want to make sure that when you come back to our sixth form, you can go down the really academic route. You might be doing computer science, but you might want to come back to sixth form and you only just scraped your 5A stars to C. Well, that's where we've got, tourism. We've got esports. We've got all these different other subjects to make sure you still get to be in the sixth form because you deserve that. We've had you for 5 years. We want to keep you. A couple of concerns people might have is, they're not worried about the subject anymore. They're not worried about the fact that the teachers in Pencoitra, because I'm telling you, it's not what you're hearing. It is so much improved, and by next year it'll be even better. The other worry is, well, I've got two subjects in one school, two in another. How do I get between? Well, we do a shuttle bus 4 or 5 times a day, which gets you between the two schools. So that's not even an issue. We've got timetables aligned completely, and the timetablers work together all the time because now I can guarantee the two schools will work together because I'm in charge of both of them. And that's a huge improvement. Other things I want to talk about is Pencoitra have got a much nicer sixth form area. Like it is really lovely. Whitmore, we've addressed that, we've realised it, and we're going to be spending some good money on making it really good for next year. So if that's in any way a worry for you, I'm going to be listening to you and working out what do you want in your new common room, which we're going to knock through and make bigger, make better. But the big thing for me is Whitmore, good as I want it to be, Pencoitra is rapidly improving, but I want to make sure that sixth form I want to make sure that you have all these options of choices. Make sure you get to pick the right ones for you, as opposed to thinking, well, I'll do the ones just on the Whitmore site. Okay, that's what I'm talking about this week. It's been another absolutely delightful week. I saw the gymnastics groups come back yesterday. It must have been, and there was about 27 girls doing gymnastics. We've never had those numbers before, and lots of them coming back with medals. They look very proud of themselves. That's pretty much it. Have a lovely weekend. I've got my children on my own this weekend, and it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great. I cannot wait. Right, have a nice weekend. Cheers. Bye bye.